Friends, it is that time of month again for our monthly stunners and bummers. What's up, houseplant friends? My name is Sydney and welcome back to Peaceful Planting. If you are brand new to my channel, I want to encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below because it helps my channel grow. And if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. All right, everyone, we are gonna hop right into the monthly stunners and bummers. Last time I did this video, I asked everyone, do you think I should do my stunners first or my bummers first? Everyone pretty much agreed that I should do my bummers first and end the video on a positive note with my stunners. Now for this video, I plan to usually do 3 plants for the stunners and 3 plants for the bummers. But here's a twist. This time I have 5 stunners. So I want to show you all 5 plants that are doing very, very well in my home and 3 bummers who are doing not so well and kind of disappointing me. Bummer number 1. Y'all might remember this plant from a plant haul that I did not too long ago, and I will link it somewhere up here. Now this is my begonia Sinbad. I mentioned in that video that it did have powdery mildew, and I noticed after the video, which was really scary to me because I was touching this plant and touching other plants, but luckily the powdery mildew did not spread to any of my other plants, and as soon as I found out about it, I kind of chopped this plant down, as you can see. So I chopped it down to pretty much nothing, unfortunately. But as you can see, it is growing 2 new healthy leaves, and I have faith that it'll grow back perfectly fine. Begonias are really resilient, so I'm not too worried about it, and I did spray all of my begonias for powdery mildew, so that is why this is bummer number 1, because it had powdery mildew, and that's never a good thing, so it definitely was a bummer. Bummer number 2. This is my, whoa. So bummer number 2 is my Anthurium bullatus. I love this plant so much. The leaves are very unique and I love the shine that it has on it. And I love the shape. The shape is really cool. So here's the thing with this plant. This plant had a brand new leaf coming out and I was very excited about it. But it's not the plant's fault at all. I accidentally broke the new leaf with my watering can. And that's not the first time this has happened. I tend to break leaves with my watering can a lot. I really need to find a way to not do that because it kind of breaks my heart. So if you see any powder on the stems of my plants, it's just basically diatomaceous earth because I am testing that out to see if it helps with fungus gnats. I don't know if you can see, but that right there was the new leaf. And yep. It's broken. So that's definitely a bummer. I know it'll grow a new leaf. I know, I just have to be patient, but y'all know I am not patient with the growth of my plants. I'm always in a hurry to get new leaves. But anyway, so it wasn't necessarily this plant's fault, but that is why it is the bummer of the month because I killed the brand new leaf. I mean, it was really disappointing and very sad. So bummer number 2, but I'm hoping that I can consider this plant a stunner for next month because hopefully it'll have a new leaf. Bummer number 3. Yes, this is a plain old regular Phalaenopsis orchid. The blooms are seriously beautiful and I absolutely love this plant. And I know you're thinking, but Sydney, it has blooms, that's great, it's doing really well. Nope, this plant has actually decided to kill itself essentially. Let me show you what I'm talking about. With Phalaenopsis orchids, the flower spike usually comes from the main stem of the plant, right? As you can see, this flower stem is coming from directly inside of the Phalaenopsis, which essentially means it's gonna die eventually. Like the leaves will stay alive and the flower spike will die back, but it won't ever be able to grow any new leaves from the center of the plant, which is a problem. So that's really, really disappointing, but I'm hoping that it comes off with a keiki, which is a little baby orchid, which would be really cool because I do love these blooms. So I will keep everyone posted. If I see a little baby orchid off of this one, I will let you know. Let's move on to our stunners. Boom. Stunner number 1. This is my beautiful Philodendron varicosum, and I do have to hold the bottom of this because it is not steady in the pot. It'll just tip over and rip the whole plant out. But yes, this is my Philodendron varicosum. I love this plant so much. If you know me, you know I love this plant. And the reason why it is a stunner is because it popped out this gorgeous, gorgeous leaf right here. Can you see how beautiful that is? And it's kind of big. I mean, compared to the other leaves, let me show you the last leaf. So if you can see size difference, it comes to about my knuckles. And then this one covers my knuckles. So it is a little bit bigger, and I'm very happy about that because that means this plant is growing well and it is happy. I am always terrified to have small new growth on plants, but this one has really outdone itself with this leaf. I'm loving it. Let me show you the back of the leaves carefully. Check that out. Isn't that beautiful? Varicosums are definitely one of those plants that is not overrated in my opinion. I know they're really popular and they're pretty pricey, but there's a really good reason why, and it's because they are absolutely stunning. In my opinion, you really can't find a plant like this. I love this plant so much. So this is my stunner number 1, as you can see, because of this leaf right there. Let's move on to stunner number 2. Are y'all ready for this right now? Boom! Stunner number 2. This is my gorgeous Anthurium Ace of Spades. Look at it. Look at that new leaf. Isn't it beautiful? And this leaf just came out not too long ago, so I know it will grow a little bit more. But if you want to see a size difference from this leaf to this leaf, so that was the previous leaf. And then look at this one. Do you see how much bigger that leaf is than that one right there? So that basically means yet again that this plant is happy, loving the light that I'm giving it, loving just my environment in general, which always makes me really happy. When a plant pops out new growth that is smaller than the previous one, it drives me crazy. So I was really happy to see that this plant did not do that. I really need to be careful because I don't want to break this leaf, but let me show you another close-up because I feel like people do not spotlight this plant enough. It really is a stunner. Look at that. And eventually the leaves will get pretty dark. I just cannot wait to see this plant grow. Really exciting stuff, my friends. Anthurium Ace of Spades. Honestly, it's my favorite Anthurium, and my Varicosum is my favorite philodendron. All right, let's move on to stunner number 3. Okay, so some of you all may know the story behind this next plant. This is my Philodendron gloriosum. If you've been a subscriber for a long time, you know that when I first got this plant, I accidentally ripped off the new growth. It broke my heart, and I literally waited like 6 whole months. Maybe I'm being dramatic. I feel like it was 6 months, but maybe it was 4. I'm not 100% sure, but it was a long time. I waited for a very long time for this brand new leaf to pop out, and look how amazing she is. Let me get close-ups. Please look at that veination. It is so beautiful. So the long wait was well worth it. This plant was definitely worth waiting for. And if you don't have one of these plants, it is very, very velvety. One really simple thing that I love about these plants that really not a lot of people mention is the petioles. Let me show you. Do you see how it has those white lines on it? I know that might be really difficult to see. So the petioles do have these little white lines on them, which is such a simple thing, but I really enjoy it. So this is my Philodendron gloriosum, stunner number 3. Okay, let's move on to the next stunner because I have a feeling you all are really gonna like this one. Okay, stunner number 4. You like those leaves? Look at it. It's huge. This leaf is freaking huge. Just let me do a head test. How do I do a head test with it? Oh my gosh, I don't want to break it. Oh, I'm really bad at head tests. But can you see that? It's as big as my head. And I mean, I have a small head, but this is a big leaf. It really is. Let me get some close-ups. This is my Syngonium chiapense. And I did feature this in one of my plant hauls a little while ago. I think the same one that I did my Begonia Sinbad. I want to get really, really close so you can appreciate the detail in these leaves. So it has these really, really simple dark green veins and then a little hint of these wider dark green veins. So as you can see, I don't really need to explain why this is my stunner. I mean, you see it. Look how beautiful that leaf is. I'm amazed by this plant. I love it so much. So I had to show you all in this monthly series because, I mean, seriously, it's breathtaking. If you can get your hands on one of these, please do because you will not regret it. We're gonna move on to the last stunner, stunner number 5. And this one, let me just give you a heads up, is a very rare begonia. Did you see what it was? This is a Begonia Darth Vaderiana. I know you're thinking it might look a little sad because it only has 1 leaf, but I actually chose to cut off the other 2 leaves because Darth Vaderiana leaves are known to die off when they first come into your home. And the new leaves supposedly acclimate to your home and do not do that melting, weird, crinkling up, drying thing that they do. And just based off of what I'm seeing with this leaf right here, that is true. It seems like this new leaf has acclimated to my home very well. It's not melting or doing anything like that. I do have 60% humidity in my home pretty much at all times, and I'm hoping that's gonna be enough for it. Like I said, the new leaf is doing very well. Now, the reason why this little guy is one of my stunners for the month is because this new leaf has not melted, which is like a huge success for me. I only have this little guy in a cloche at night, and during the day it is completely exposed. Yeah, so Begonia Darth Vaderiana. Let me give you another little close-up. I don't know how well you can see, but look at the outside margin. It's like this really beautiful, creamy, light green. And the shine on it, can you see how shiny it is? It's a really cool plant. Anyway, friends, that is all I have for you for this month's stunners and bummers. Of course, I will do my bloopers because trust me, there are gonna be some bloopers. I already know. But anyway, comment down below with what your favorite stunner was and tell me about your bummers. What plants are doing really bad in your home right now? That's all I have for you, friends, so I look forward to seeing you in my next one. Bye. Whoa, kind of dark. Whoa, that's bright. Oh my God. Have to turn off my fans. Friends, it's that time of week. What's up, houseplant friends? My name, all right, everyone, so I will be showing you, begonias are really, this is my begonia, really. It had a new leaf coming out and, oh my God, yeah. Because I am testing that, but I don't know, but I'm hoping that I can consider, my dogs were playing. The flower stem, whoa. This flower stem, it's been a long time since what I do know is that oh my gosh. Gosh. Bye.